So welcome back. Sorry I'm a bit late joining the party with this video, but I wanted to make sure that you had everything first time around in my Recon. You probably noticed by now also that I ride all my own Recons. This is to make sure that you have everything and I know everything about the course to make your race day perfect. So this is round 2, stage 5 of the WTRL Zwift Racing League, coming to you from good old Blighty. So this week we'll be taking on the scenic views of London and then heading out to finish in the Surrey Hills. The course itself, the Keith Hill After Party. It's 36.7 kilometres in length and 435 metres of elevation. This course is flat until it isn't. So half of the elevation gained in this one is completed in the final 4 kilometres. This is a points race. The FTS and FAL points are available on the mile sprint and the Keith Hill Com. The power-ups are Aero boost for the sprint and a feather up, which I recommend you'll probably use at the end. So the bike choice. This is always a difficult one. I think this week the safe option is the Tron bike. If you want to go on a little bit risky option, then probably the Pinarello Dogma F or the Canyon Aeroad. Both of those bikes paired with the DT Swiss disc wheel set could give you an option. But in my opinion, it's worth studying what suits you as a rider. Have a look online and get that choice right for you. But I think I'll be using the Pinarello Dogma F with a disc wheel set. So down in the description via a link you'll find the full Recon notes for this one. If you find these videos are useful, then please do like and subscribe, as currently 90% of my viewers aren't subscribed to my channel. As it's nearly Christmas and that time of giving, why don't you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and then maybe you won't miss out on anything that's upcoming. I just want to say a big thanks to the 2 lads from Level Racing Esports that joined me on this Recon, so let's dive into it. So here we go then. We leave the race pens and head straight out onto the circuit and start to move through the streets of London. At 0.6 kilometres we'll pass through the lap arch, which will give us our first power up, and this will be the Aero boost power up. So as you head along here along the Thames and pass under this bridge, be prepared for the right hand turn onto Northumberland Avenue at 3.6 kilometres. This is a 400 metre climb at 4 to 5% gradient, so be ready to test those legs for 30 seconds to reach the top of this one. So after that initial climb, you've now got about 10 kilometres of rolling roads around the streets of London. So I suggest getting yourself within the pack, conserving your energy and following moves if they go, but saving those legs for the mile sprint, which will happen at 14.7 kilometres. So here we are coming up past Buckingham Palace to our left hand side. I did check, the flag isn't flying so the king isn't in, so he won't mind us passing his door at speed. This is going to take us round onto the mile sprint. You should have your Aero boost power up from that first arch that we went through, and as we take the right hand bend here we head back towards that sprint segment. You're going to have to manage your effort here because the sprint segment is short. As you come onto the mile, the sprint itself is 200 metres in length and it's on a false flat of about 1%. Don't forget your FTS and FAL points counter here. Having gone through the sprint banner, you should have picked up your second power up, which is the feather. That would be ideal to hold on to that until we get to Keith Hill later. So now with the sprint out of the way, it's just time to get back within those wheels and hold the group that you're with, as this course now is fairly flat until we move out to the Surrey hills. Your next challenge will be the exit from the underground tunnels at around 31.6 kilometres into this race.
So this is where the fun is going to begin. As we enter into the tunnels here, this will take the left-hand turn and take us out through the tunnels, out into the Surrey hills. At 31.6 kilometers in this race, you'll start a short climb of 500 meters at 4.2% gradient. Don't be alarmed by the heads-up display on the screen, as shortly we'll be turning left and moving on to the Keith Hill section. So this is the final flat section, so get your deep breaths in and get ready for the climb. So Keith Hill itself, I'll break it down into 4 sections. The first being 700 meters of climbing at around 6.5%. Follow that by 500 meters of a flat, slightly downhill section. And then the final 2.3 kilometers of a steady climb around 7.5%. And then the final 600 meters of a false flat to the finish banner. Overall, Keith Hill is 4.3 kilometers in length and averages 5%. So this is the start of the second part of the climb. In my opinion, using the heads-up display here is really helpful, so you can work out where you can get a slight bit of respite and come off the pedals slightly, as you're going to be digging deep towards the end as this gradient hits up to about 10% in places as you push towards the top of this one. Using that power up is probably going to be used on this second section in my opinion, but it depends on how your race is and who's around you at the time and how you're going to use that in your strategy. As you come to the top of this climb, you'll notice that the tree line starts to open up and you can see the blue skies again as this flattens out towards the finish banner. Here you need to push on for the final 0.5 of a kilometre on this flat section to get yourself to that Keith Hill Com banner, ready for your FAL and FTS points. Obviously your bonus podium points and finishing points also.
So there you go then, that's my full recon of the WTRL Zwift Racing League Stage 5 Keith Hill After Party. Remember, My Recon notes are down in the description. And also, if you're watching this video and thinking about getting into esports racing, then why don't you click on the link in the description and look at Level Racing Esports. Just want to finish off by saying thank you for watching this video, thank you for supporting the channel. Please do click that like button, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.